Hello guys. Um, we are watching Hollywood Live. We're just going to watch a few videos of others because I know I haven't uploaded in a long time. I mean, in like 2-3 days. So I'm going to upload 4 videos in one day for you guys because, well, okay. How many days I miss? I have to double those videos, guys. So have a great time, and hopefully you like this.
Kardashian and Ray J's sex tape on a new album, super random and super gross. Plus, Kanye defends his comments about slavery and admits he's thought about killing himself. Hey guys, it's Allie for Hollywood Life, starting with Kim K, who revealed on Today Australia, despite getting Donald Trump to pardon Alice Johnson, she will not be getting into politics. Not a total shocker. However, what is surprising is that Kim reveals she's no longer taking selfies.
I don't take selfies anymore. I don't really like them. It's not all about, sitting there taking selfies. I just would like to live in real time a little bit more.
Bullshit!
Kim also teased the new season of Keeping Up and revealed which sister she's feuding with most.
I think, if anything, we try to tone it down for the cameras because we don't want to look crazy, and I just couldn't control myself this season.
What was making you crazy?
Courtney.
Why?
Well, you'll have to see. You'll really have to see. There's so many reasons why I don't think you have enough tape.
Whatever Kim and Court are fighting about won't be nearly as epic as Khloe's reaction to Tristan Thompson's cheating scandal. It just won't. On to Yeezus, he spoke to the New York Times and revealed a ton that definitely has Kris Jenner cringing. Like how he thought Kim was going to leave him after his slavery comments on TMZ. Kanye also defends his comments, saying, quote, "I said the idea of sitting in something for 400 years sounds like a choice to me. I never said it's a choice. I never said slavery itself, like being shackled in chains, was a choice. That's why I went from slave to 400 years to mental prison to this and that. If you look at the clip, you see the way my mind works." Kanye also reveals he was going through a depression months before his TMZ meltdown, and at one point Kim called life coach Tony Robbins to help him regain confidence. One of Tony's methods included making Kanye get into a warrior pose and scream in his own home, and Ye was apparently not on board, which actually surprises me. But okay, Kanye later admits he was at such a low point before meeting Tony, he actually contemplated suicide, saying, "I've thought about killing myself all the time. It's always an option. I'm just having this epiphany now because I didn't do it, but I did think it all the way through. But if I didn't think it all the way through, then it's actually maybe more of a chance of it happening." On to other shocking Kanye news. Some fans are accusing him of sampling Kim K and Ray J's sex tape for Teyana Taylor's album. Yeah, apparently on Teyana's song Hurry, which is featuring Yeezus, there's a raunchy moment in which a woman is moaning, and some very loyal Kim fans / hormonal teenagers claim the moans sound just like Kim's from her infamous tape. Ew. We're not going to play or compare the sound bites because it's not safe for work, we'll probably get demonetized, and also it's just awkward. But okay, according to Stereo Gum, these fans need to take several seats because a rep from Kanye's label tells the site, quote, "No, it's not Kim."
Disappointed!
Yeah, sorry guys. Well, not really. But alright, click right up here to subscribe for all the latest on Kim Ye, and hopefully another Kar Jenner does something crazy soon so we can give you guys an update on all that.
Now we are watching this dark secrets the Kardashians tried to hide.
The Kardashians might be the most famous family on the globe, but their public drama pales in comparison to the dark secrets they've tried to keep out of the spotlight. From Kim's love life to Kylie's lips to Khloe's baby fever, here are the dark secrets this family tried to hide. Feeling the weight. Rob Kardashian has had it tough. Days before his older sister Kim married Kanye West, Rob went off the rails tweeting about his weight. In since deleted posts, he wrote, "So I found out I was trending for being fat. Thank you all, it really made my day." It all came to a head after he was diagnosed with diabetes in 2015 and was hospitalized for it in December 2016. TMZ reported Rob checked himself into the hospital because his condition flared up thanks to weight gain during his stressful relationship to Blac Chyna. It was a shocker since just months earlier, he told people that Chyna helped rid him of the disease, saying, "She told me that by having her cook for me, my diabetes would be gone." And it is. Faking it. Was Khloe's 7-year marriage to Lamar Odom a total sham? No, but she did fake wanting to have kids with the former NBA star. During an episode of Cocktails with Khloe, she shared they were once planning to have a family, saying, "Lamar and I wanted to conceive. We wanted to adopt, but also to foster kids." But in a recent episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Khloe admitted to faking trying to get pregnant with Lamar, revealing to a fertility doctor,
Like I was married, but I knew the circumstances weren't the healthiest, so I just kept pretending I was doing.
Lamar told Wendy Williams in 2017,
That hurt a little bit, but I wish she didn't have to go. She could have told me.
Yeah.
Say on TV.
On TV.
Yeah.
but Lamar wasn't exactly innocent himself. Sex, lies, and marriage. Khloe did all she could to convince everyone that her marriage to Lamar was working, revealing to her family, "I kept in hiding every time there was something going on. I would have to lie or conceal or cover up, and I'm so over it." A year after their divorce was finalized, Lamar told Us Weekly in 2017,
I wish I could have kept my in my pants. Yeah, if there's one thing that I regret, multiple affairs with different women, wasn't a stand-up thing to do. She didn't deserve that.
Lamar, who overdosed and nearly died in 2015, said he got an apartment in Los Angeles just so he could get high freely, out of sight from his wife, admitting, "I wasn't trying to repair my marriage, I was just trying to get high." Transformations. In Caitlyn's memoir, The Secrets of My Life, she alleges that Kris 100% knew of her gender identity crisis when they met, adding that Kris was fully aware she was on hormones for years before meeting, writing, "I told her there had been a woman inside me all my life." Kris disagrees. In an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kris said the book was filled with lies.
Everything she says is all made up. And then all through the book, Kris knew. Kris knew before I even made love to her. I'm like, what?
Kim believes Kris and Caitlyn will probably never reconcile, telling Andy Cohen where the chance of the former lovers ever talking again ranks for her.
No, I would say 2%, and those are Kendall and Kylie.
Lips don't lie. Kylie Jenner regrets not coming clean about her lip injections at age 16. Talking with Complex, the teen star remembers giving countless interviews in which she lied about getting her lips enhanced. Kylie says she developed an insecurity about the size of her lips after a guy kissed her in middle school and complained that her lips were too thin. She said, "From then on, I just felt like I saw guys staring at my lips. I felt like no one wanted to kiss me." Kylie said she thought the best course of action was to lie, but later admitted, "These kids, my fans, I didn't want to be a bad influence. I didn't want them to think you had to get your lips done to feel good about your face. I wish I had just been honest up front." Under pressure. The fashion industry has fallen in love with Kendall Jenner, but as the model described on Keeping Up with the Kardashians in late 2016, she suffers from both panic attacks and sleep paralysis. Things became so intense that Kris recruited a therapist to coach Kendall. Kris also flew from Los Angeles to London just so Kendall would feel comfortable on a plane. Writing in an end-of-year blog post via Teen Vogue, Kendall described her use of breathwork to manage the episodes, saying, "Anxiety was a huge hurdle for me to deal with this past year, but I think I'm finally learning how to cope." Keeping up appearances. Watching Kim's fairy tale wedding, a Kardashian event, no one would suspect Kim's marriage to NBA star Kris Humphries was already falling apart. But behind closed doors, Kim had a feeling it wouldn't last long. She later told Andy Cohen,
I just thought, holy I'm 30 years old. I better get this together. I better get married. It was more of that situation.
In all, the couple were married for 72 days. Kim's divorce filing not only shocked the world, but it shocked Humphreys, who claims he was blindsided. He told TMZ, "I'm committed to this marriage and everything this covenant represents. I love my wife and am devastated to learn she filed for divorce. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make it work." Unfortunately, their marriage ended in a long, bitter divorce, which was finally settled in 2013 after Kim's infamous cry face. On the rocks. Scott Disick first began showing signs of extreme abuse and misbehavior in 2010. Keeping up with the Kardashian cameras showed him seriously intoxicated and shoving a $100 bill down a waiter's throat after his drinks were cut off. Things became more and more horrifying until in 2014, while filming a Hampton spinoff, Kourtney kicked him out of their shared rental home. Scott has been to rehab 4 times, with his latest trip in the fall of 2015. Kourtney said on the Hamptons show, "This behavior has been going on for years." Scott confessed to feeling lonely, saying, "It's been a really hard time going from having all of you guys to having nobody." In 2017, Scott, who has 3 kids with Kourtney, doesn't appear to be getting any better. He's been spotted with countless women all over the world, including Bella Thorne, with whom he partied in France. Breakdown. Following his wife's 2016 Paris robbery, Kanye's world began to fall apart. He canceled his St. Pablo tour and checked himself in to UCLA Medical Center for help. E! News claims the star was suffering from exhaustion and sleep deprivation, but there were signs things weren't okay in the weeks leading up to his breakdown, including several onstage rants taped by fans in which he targeted Jay-Z, saying,
Call me after the robbery. Say how you feeling. You want to know how I'm feeling? Come by the house.
TMZ reported the rapper ultimately became unstable after screwing up the dosage of his medication, adding that Kanye has long suffered from psychological issues, which are controlled by the medication. Insiders tell E! News Kanye's balancing his life much better these days. Factory Girl. After taking fans on a virtual tour of the factory where her Good American denim is manufactured, Khloe found out some fans didn't exactly like what they saw, claiming she was running a sweatshop. The footage showed workers creating jeans by hand in a warehouse with unfinished floors. In one video, she's even heard warning the workers,
Don't f it up. All the pressure's on you.
Khloe fired back, tweeting, "Watch your mouth. All make salaries and all are employed in Los Angeles. Know your info before you chime in. It means a lot to me to fight to make my denim in the US and to be employing good wages to all of my hardworking employees." Thanks for watching. Click the Nicki Swift icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.
Okay, guys, I'm going to show you another. I'm going to show you 3 more videos. Then I will probably be done. Why does it keep showing up on my thing? I have not I have subscribed to it. I'm going to unsubscribe to that and that. And follow my friend Caitlin Nelson.
I need to call and see how the children are doing with the TV. I ain't got no phone in here.
I'm going to show you more Hollywood life. I'm not going to this. I just
Welcome to London, motherfucker!
KSI disses Logan Paul, Jake Paul, their dad, and Logan's girlfriend in a savage new video you have to see. Hey guys, it's Allie for Hollywood Life, starting with Tekashi 69, who just did the
What is it like to have Kim Kardashian as your mom? It's It's not selfies all day and doing whatever you want. There are a lot of rules the kids have to follow in the Kardashian West household. Before we get into it, subscribe to the Talko and give that like button a click. If you like crafts and DIYs, check out our friends at Crafty Hackers. They have this awesome video about summer life hacks you can't miss. Click in the corner to watch the best summer hacks and DIYs. Make sure you check them out and be sure to leave them a like. Let's get started. Dress yourself sometimes. Growing up, the Kardashian sisters rarely had any decision-making power when it came to clothes. Strict momager Kris Jenner made sure her kids' wardrobe choices were a done deal. There was no such thing as negotiating when it came to what to wear. Now that Kim Kardashian is a mother herself, she has a strict rule for North's clothes. For bedtime and every morning, North dresses herself. Like a true kid, she loves wearing costumes and crazy pajamas. Kim makes sure that once they're in the spotlight, she's in. Kim told the Vancouver Sun, "When we go out, she really just wears whatever I want. She makes it really easy, but we have the compromise." Get a job. You think that being born into the Kardashian empire means you'll never have to work a day in your life again, but you're wrong. Kim Kardashian strongly believes that her children will work. Being a Kardashian West isn't a first-class ticket out of the job hunt. Kim recalls being a student and having to work to save money and buy the things she wanted. She'll make sure her kids do the same. She said this to the Evening Standard when her friends asked if North was going to get a job. "Are you kidding me? Of course she is. She will have to work for what she wants." Sleep. Kourtney Kardashian practiced co-sleeping with all her children. Her kids sleep in bed with her so she doesn't have to get up and soothe them if they cry at night. For Kim, however, it's a different story. When it comes to sleeping, she's a tough mom. She's very strict with nap time and makes sure her kids sleep in their own cribs or beds. The Kardashian West kids have to sleep at the same time every night. They also can't delay nap time, otherwise their sleep schedules will change. She told Mail Online, "Maybe on weekends, North will come and sleep in the bed with us, but on normal days, they're sleeping on their own." Stay away from the furniture. Kim Kardashian and husband Kanye West like to decorate their mansion a certain way. Right now, they're going for a minimal and modern look. That means most of their furniture is white or light colored. What do you do with 3 young children who love to play in color? Kim's solution is to not let them play just anywhere in the house. The kids have a dedicated playroom where they go wild. On her blog post, Kim writes, "That's where all the markers, paints, and colors are. By the time they're done there, they have no desire to take a pen to our white furniture." Model. Being a kid in the Kardashian family means doing a lot of things Kim doesn't usually do. One of these things is model. Kim and Kanye have started a children's wear line called Kids Supply in May 2017.
Sorry for the delay.
Hello, humans. I've over here trying McDonald's 100% fresh beef quarter pounder for the first time.
I don't know why my tablet's so slow.
Kids, of course, are the top models for the brand. But modeling is a difficult job that even adults struggle with. Kids like North would much rather run around than stay still in an outfit they didn't even choose. For Kim, though, this is a non-negotiable. As part of the family, being the face of the brand is a necessity. To make up for it, just bribes her kids with candy so they can get through the candid shoots. That's why you can sometimes spot North holding a lollipop in photos. Limit screen time. Despite being proclaimed screen queens, the Kardashians are known to keep phones and gadgets to a minimum when it comes to the kids. For Kourtney's kids, that means only 30 minutes of screen time a day during the week, then an hour on weekends. Kim and Kanye are also instilling a similar rule at their home. Their kids are still pretty young, but they're aiming to set a good example by starting with themselves. So when Kim's with the kids, it means no phones. You may have seen Kim share adorable snaps of her kids, but she makes sure there's a time and place for it. That means no phones in the morning, right before bed, and during meals. Stay in the neighborhood. Following Kim's scary encounter with robbers when she was in Paris, Kim and the rest of the Kardashians have taken extra security measures. Since then, Kim's priority is making sure her family is safe. That means the kids will have to stay mostly inside their well-guarded community. The gated community of Hidden Hills, California is strictly residents only. If they aren't at school or kindergarten, Kim's kids will have to stay within their neighborhood. There's no gallivanting around if Kim or Kanye aren't present with their mini security detail. At least we know the kids will be safe, since even Kylie Jenner herself had difficulty entering the gate. Go public. There's no such thing as a private life if you're a Kardashian. For Kim's kids, it's part of life to always be in the public eye. Whether it's on Kim's social media or at actual events, her kids are always ready to be seen. Kim even brought North to Paris Fashion Week in 2014. Even though Kim's activities are mostly for adults, she'll bring her kids along with her. It sometimes backfires, though, as North threw a tantrum in the front row of New York Fashion Week in 2015. Even though Anna Wintour was turned off by the spectacle, Kim hasn't stopped taking her kids wherever. Wherever she goes. Luxury brands. When you're the daughter of the most famous woman in the world, you have to look good every single moment. From an early stage, North is being trained to associate herself with trusted brands. That's why you'll only see luxury designer clothes, bags, or shoes in North's wardrobe. Though only 4 years old, North is decked out in the best of the best. From Hermes handbags to Balmain dresses, Kim is making sure only the luxurious stuff touches North's skin. According to an insider, North even has a stylist and a hairstylist to doll her up every day. That's the price of being one of the most photographed children in the world. Share birthday parties. There are a lot of kids in the Kardashian clan now. Kourtney and Kim each have 3 children, while Kylie, Khloe, and Rob each have baby girls. For Kim, that means no solo birthday parties. In 2017, North and Penelope celebrated their birthdays together with a Moana-themed party. The backyard was decorated with a Pacific Island theme, and they served barbecue ribs with mac and cheese. A Moana lookalike showed up and performed, and they even had a petting zoo. Even though birthdays are now joint celebrations, we're sure the kids will have a blast. Organic food. The Kardashians are very careful about what kind of food their kids consume. Kourtney goes for mostly gluten and dairy-free diet for her kids, but she also lets them indulge in cake or cookies during birthdays. Kim also watches what kind of food her kids eat. She only lets them eat organic food and avoids anything with added sugar. When it comes to snacks, the less processed, the better. She wrote in her blog that she gives North cheddar bunnies instead of goldfish crackers. They're similar in taste and texture, but cheddar bunnies are made with more natural ingredients. We're sure Kim's kids will be eating healthy for life. No nannies on the show. One of the ways the Kardashians keep the empire running so smoothly is by hiring extra help. Each of Kim's kids has a nanny to care for them while their busy parents are off doing what they do. While the nannies have been spotted in public with the children, they can't be seen with the kids on the show. Keeping up with the Kardashians is strictly nanny-free. The Kardashians know that they'll get a lot of backlash if their kids are constantly seen with their nannies. But Kim, Khloe, and Kourtney grew up with nannies themselves, so we see why it's a rule they'll enforce with their own kids. Kids stay private. While Kim is notorious for bringing North to sophisticated events like Fashion Week, she's strict with keeping her children's daily life private. A former nanny to the Kardashians wrote a 148-page expose about her years in their household back in 2012. While the memoir wasn't as juicy as people hoped, Kim is determined to never let anything like it happen with her children. Everyone who works closely with the children are asked to sign a non-disclosure agreement. This is part of keeping her kids safe. She writes on her website that she's trying to protect her children from people looking for scandals and creating nasty stories just to make a name for themselves. You can't get away with it. Play with your hair. Most kids wouldn't be allowed to play with makeup and hair extensions at just 2 years old. But Kim is all about experimentation and letting her kids express themselves. She allowed North to get her hair extensions in the form of braids when she was only 2 years old. In the Kardashian household, it's all about the look. If braids go well with the outfit, then they're going on, even if you're just a toddler. For Kim, North and cousin Penelope were just being kids copying their Aunt Khloe. No harm in that. No grandma talk. Kris Jenner is a force to be reckoned with, and it shows with how she treats her children and grandchildren. With her fiery personality, she still manages to be so sweet to her grandkids. There is one strict rule in the place, though. None of Kim Kardashian's babies can call Kris the G word. That is grandma. According to Kris, she just doesn't like the sound of grandma. Instead, North, Saint, and Chicago refer to their grandmother as Lovey. Kris heard the name from one of her mom's friends and decided that would be her identity as a grandmother. Of all the grandma nicknames we've heard, Lovey would have to be the most interesting. Don't talk to the paparazzi. Kids are usually taught not to talk to strangers from an early age. You could say it's one of the earliest lessons a kid learns at home. But what about not talking to paparazzi? Kim was told to stop talking to paparazzi even though they flooded her with questions. In the past, Kim would love to respond to the paparazzi with a simple "Hey guys." Nowadays, she's silent and unsmiling when in front of the cameras. We're sure she'll be passing this rule down to her kids who are already so hounded by the paparazzi. Listen to Kanye. The Kim and Kanye partnership is a strict one. Kanye himself has a lot of rules for Kim. He manages how she looks, dresses, and behaves when out in the public. He often tells Kim to keep a lot of things secret, like her second baby's gender and their wedding location. At the end of the day, Kanye has the last say. For positive, this rule carries on to their kids. When Kim pitched to Keeping Up with the Kardashians spin-off series focusing on the kids, Kanye quickly shot it down. We won't be seeing a Keeping Up with the Kids anytime soon. Be social media savvy. Kim K is known for bearing it all on social media. She's dubbed the selfie queen for a reason. For her loved ones, however, she teaches caution on social media. She always tells her younger sisters and her kids to be aware of what they're doing. Since they're always under the media's watchful eye, anything can end up online. But she doesn't want to feel trapped in a certain image. She wants her kids to have control over their own social media identities. I also will give North the freedom, she said in an interview on the Today Show. Whether they want to take the conservative route or follow in their mom's footsteps, Kim is great with either. The F word. Kim and Kourtney's kids are constantly spending time with each other. They're often in their grandma Kris Jenner's house as well as when shooting KUWTK. And when these kids are surrounded by the grown-ups, there's sure to be some curse words let loose. While it's usually an accident to hear the occasional C word, there's one word that's strictly banned in the Kardashian household. That word is fat. Once Kris was talking to Kourtney and asked her, "Do you think I look fat?" Kourtney quickly reprimanded Kris, saying, "Don't use that word in front of my daughter, please." With Kim also encouraging her kids to be confident with themselves, we're sure the F word is banned at their house as well. Learn to drive. LA is a city built for driving. Add to that the Kardashian love for luxury cars, and you're positive that the Kardashians do a lot of driving. The original Kardashian sisters are often seen behind the wheel of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Now that they've got kids in tow, what cars are we seeing in their driveways? The kids themselves are the ones with the new rides. Everyone from Baby Dream to the eldest Penelope has been seen cruising around in miniature cars. Kim and Kanye will definitely teach their kids how to drive, but maybe not with an all-white Lamborghini just yet. What do you guys think? Are these rules too strict or just right? Let us know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.
We're not watching this one, just scrolling through. Yeah, this
We all
one's
get
good.
pissed off sometimes and regret it shortly after. So imagine what could happen when you're in a bad mood on stage in front of hundreds of fans booing at you. This is not something that they will forget. Just wait until you see the reason why Justin Bieber walked off the stage after performing just one song. No one would think this would be enough for him to cancel the show. If this is your first time visiting our channel, don't forget to subscribe and please give this video a big thumbs up. Today, we are showing you 10 cringeworthy moments where stars got pissed off on stage. 10. Nicki Minaj. There was already a lot of drama online, so we expected to see even more at the VMAs in 2015. It all started when Nicki Minaj's music video for the song Anaconda did not receive a Video of the Year nomination from MTV. This is why she wrote on Twitter that the show only celebrates women with very slim bodies and don't always acknowledge the contribution of black women. Actually, Beyonce did receive a nomination in that category, but we understand that the issue is bigger than this when artists of colors often feel rejected. But Miley Cyrus and her white privilege did not understand what Nicki was going through because she doesn't have to face the same problems. She said that Minaj's complaints were not polite and just about herself. This is why Nicki Minaj decided to call out out Miley Cyrus in the most shocking moment at the VMAs. She asked Miley, "What's good?" referring to what she said about her a few days before the ceremony. She later explained that if the singer wants to enjoy their culture and their lifestyle and have fun with them, she should at least understand what affects black people. Miley should know what is unfair to them, and she shouldn't not want to know about this. Nicki Minaj taught everyone a lesson that night, and we won't forget it. 9. Leonardo DiCaprio. This actor has been nominated for an Oscar 5 times but never won before 2016, even though we all think that he is a great actor. It even became a joke, as we made fun of how such a great artist just kept failing year after year. But Leonardo DiCaprio was quite upset about that, mostly when he noticed that celebrities that were not known for their acting skills won an award. Leonardo DiCaprio stole the show when Lady Gaga won a Golden Globe Award for her performance in American Horror Story. When she walked by him, the actor just laughed at her, as if he couldn't believe that she won. Fortunately, the singer was not upset and quickly forgave him because it gave her a lot of attention. But another memorable moment was when Leonardo finally won an Oscar for his role in The Revenant and went on stage to make a speech. He started by thanking all the people who helped him and quickly moved on to something that was really important to him. He took this opportunity to talk about climate change in front of millions of people watching him. He said that making The Revenant was all about a man's relationship with nature and encouraged people to do something to save our planet. He was clearly upset that people didn't take things seriously, but he used his energy in the best way to make things change. 8. Miley Cyrus. The singer loves controversy and often uses it as a way to get attention and have fun. And it seems like Miley Cyrus was really upset by Selena Gomez that night, even though her former friend didn't do anything to deserve it. During one of her performances in Italy, she saw that one of her fans had a Selena Gomez cutout. We don't know why someone would bring that to a Miley Cyrus concert, but that is not important. The singer grabbed the cardboard and decided to use it as a stage prop for her song. There is nothing wrong with that except for the choice of the song, and she decided to sing F You. Why would she insult the former Disney star like that for no reason? Some people think that the lyrics weren't against her, but about her ex, Justin Bieber. The song F You is about a woman who found out that her boyfriend cheated on her and decided to tell him what she thinks. If she had some information that she wanted to share about that, there were subtler ways to do that. She ended her performance by throwing the cardboard cutout in the crowd as everyone was shocked by her immaturity. Was Miley Cyrus pissed off because she doesn't like Selena's boyfriend, or was she jealous of the singer? No matter what, Selena Gomez is the one who was probably even more upset. 7. Britney Spears. Did you know that the popular singer used to smoke when she was a teenager? That's not only bad for her health, but also for her vocal cords. But it seems like the past is far behind her because Britney Spears can't stand cigarettes anymore. During a concert in Vancouver, the singer left the stage after performing for only 15 minutes and singing only 3 songs. She left the audience in the dark for half an hour and no one understood what was happening. Then, a female voice announced that the cigarette smoke from the crowd was to blame. There was too much smoke in the building, and it was not comfortable for everyone on stage, including the singer. They told them to extinguish the cigarettes, as the GM place was a non-smoking building. She said that Britney Spears would only go back on stage once there was no more smoke in the room. The fans were really pissed off and thought that the singer ruined the show. Britney came back to perform Me Against the Music and Everything, but had to leave the stage again before the end of the song because the problem wasn't solved. We understand that smoking should be not allowed at a concert, but those who were the most upset were probably the non-smokers who didn't get a chance to see the singer because of the other people in the audience. 6. Kanye West. As we saw it during the VMAs when Taylor Swift won an award. The singer isn't shy to tell people what he thinks when he is upset. And, once again, he ruined everything by telling us what was on his mind. The fans were already upset because Kanye West showed up way too late to his concert in California. Everyone was ready to party, but after 30 minutes, the singer decided to take things too seriously. He started ranting for 10 minutes about all the things he hated the most in the universe, including the election result and Beyonce. Kanye also talked about radio station playing the same same songs over and over again by using a lot of swear words over and over again. He also said that he was here to change things and was blessed by his visions. He then complained about Hillary Clinton and other artists and ranted about his hard work. His next move was dropping his mic on the floor and walking away. 2 days later, even more shows were reportedly canceled. Many fans were not fans anymore and wanted their money back. If someone should complain, it's all the people who were in the audience when Kanye made his speech. This moment was priceless, even though this is not something they should be paying for. 5. Ariana Grande. We always love it when the singers get intimate on stage, as long as the whole crowd doesn't feel like the third wheel. But things became really awkward when Ariana Grande didn't seem to want that kind of attention. During a collaboration performance in Los Angeles, Justin Bieber was putting some moves on the singer. He put his arms around her from behind and put his head on her shoulder. Ariana seemed incredibly uncomfortable. She quickly moved away from him and gave him a sign that she was not interested at all. Ariana obviously didn't like it, but she didn't want to show it because we know how nice she is. But then, when her boyfriend Big Sean found out about it, he made it clear that no one could touch his girl if she didn't want to. He has nothing against being intimate for performances, but this clearly wasn't planned. Since then, Ariana Grande had the courage to say that she was upset by what the singer did. No one has the right to touch her if she doesn't feel like it, mostly when it's hard for her to say no in front of hundreds of fans. Justin didn't apologize to her or Sean, so it seems like Justin can't even admit that he made a mistake. Ariana totally had the right to be mad, and no woman should be shy of showing it. 4. Metallica. The Queen of Pop and the Kings of Heavy Metal had the chance to perform together at the 2017 Grammy Awards for a headbanging duet. We were expecting an amazing performance from Lady Gaga and Metallica, but when the lead vocalist and guitarist, James Hetfield, tried to growl into his mic during the song Moth into Flame, we couldn't hear anything. His microphone didn't work. We didn't hear 2 verses before someone could find a way to help him. This is why he decided to share his microphone with Lady Gaga. No one could blame him for a technical difficulty, and we quickly understood what was happening. But no matter what, the singer was really upset. They were finally able to get the mic working so James could finish his performance, but that was not enough to change his mood. At the end of the performance, he just threw his guitar off stage. It was probably toward his guitar tech so he could catch it, but by the look of it, he didn't care about the damage this could cause to his instrument. Hetfield was only thinking about the fact that he made a fool of himself, and he didn't care about anything else. No matter what, we think that the performance was great once the problem was solved. We hope that the legendary metal god will get the chance to see it when he watches his performance on TV. 3. Beyonce. Even though the singer was nominated at the BET Awards, she wasn't happy to hear what comedian Mike Epps and Mindless Behavior had to say. The members of the boy band were co-presenting the award for the Best R&B Artist when Mike joined them to sing. This is when they tried to be funny and said he is a bad singer. Lauryn Hill's tax accountant bad. In case you didn't know about that, she had legal troubles and had to go to prison for failing to pay $1 million in taxes over the past decade. But Bey wasn't happy to see them making fun of her, even when they said that she won the award. She looked really nice to them on stage until she stood behind the microphone. Beyonce was so upset that she scrapped the speech she had prepared and decided to take the defense of Lauryn Hill instead. She said that she wanted to thank all of the talented R&B women that came before her, like Lauryn Hill and Mary J. Blige. When she walked off stage, a woman was waiting for her. The singer told her that the diss was disrespectful and not cool. The woman complimented her for what she did, and Beyonce simply replied that she just felt like the diss was wrong. We wish Bey will be there next time someone says something bad about us. 2. Steve Jobs. Here comes the king of the cringeworthy moments on stage. The co-founder of Apple was known for his tantrums and his thunderous personality in private and in public. This is also the reason why he was so good. Jobs knew what he wanted and what to do to get it. But we won't forget about some of the most cringeworthy moments. In 2010, at the Worldwide Developer Conference, Steve Jobs was showing off the iPhone 4. Unfortunately, he couldn't show the demo because the iPhone couldn't connect to the Wi-Fi network properly. This is why he implored everyone in the room to stop using the Wi-Fi. He informed the crowd that there were 570 people connected to their computers and their phones. This is why he asked them to stop working, which is unexpected because many journalists need to report what is happening at the event. Steve Jobs just kept asking them to turn off their devices or he wouldn't be able to show the demo. He even asked the audience to make sure that their neighbors respected his instructions. The co-founder was really upset, but that was the last time Apple didn't provide a better Wi-Fi connection at a conference. Steve Jobs is not ready to become a teacher. All the students are on their cell phones during class. 1. Justin Bieber. What did he do this time? It seems like we just keep seeing Justin Bieber getting in trouble. In 2015, a fan posted a video of the singer storming off the stage in the middle of a concert in Norway. But what made him so upset? After performing his first song, Bieber drank a water bottle and gave the rest to the girls near the stage. The singer wanted to dry up the water on the stage, but his fans in the first row were so excited to see the celebrity close to them that one of them tried to take a towel from Justin. The singer became angry and immediately walked off stage. This was enough for him to cancel the show. Many fans were disappointed and some of them even cried. The singer later apologized, saying that it was a rough week for him. He spent long days in front of the cameras and didn't have the chance to have a good night of sleep. He didn't want to be mean, but chose to end the show because people in the front row wouldn't listen to him. Justin Bieber hoped that people would understand that he is not always handling things the right way, but he is working on getting better. And he did, as he got the chance to show his fans what he can do later during his tour. And that's it for 10 cringeworthy moments where stars got pissed off on stage. For more stories like this, don't forget to check out The Trendy, a new YouTube channel.
We love our favorite celebrities, and we like to imagine that they would like us as well. So it can unexpectedly sting when they throw some shade our way. We'll let you know which celebs just don't appreciate their fan base. But first, be sure to click the subscribe button for the latest from the Talko. Now, let's take a look at 10 celebs who shaded their fans. Khloe Kardashian. Sure, the part of pregnancy where you end up with a brand new baby is pretty great, but the rest of it isn't always fun. There are tons of restrictions about what you can do, what you can eat, and it seems like once you start showing, everyone is suddenly an expert. Even people in the Starbucks line are going to give you dirty looks once you're showing. And just because you're famous doesn't make you immune from such Just ask Khloe Kardashian. We were all so proud of Khloe for losing so much weight and looking fit and awesome. But apparently, some fans thought she would give up the gym the second she conceived. And Khloe hasn't been shy about sharing her workouts. But instead of a few strangers and well-meaning relatives commenting on her pregnancy, Khloe has a massive internet fan base who has been far from supportive. People have been calling her out for exercising while pregnant, which despite their tweets isn't actually a crime. But thankfully, Khloe isn't letting their negative comments stop her from staying fit. She threw major shade at those who act like physicians and claims her actual pediatrician is on board with her exercise routine. Then she went on to condescendingly refer to her fans as kiddos and threatened to punish them by sharing less on social media. Looks like Mama Khloe is getting a head start on dealing with brattiness. Lily Reinhart. You probably know her from her role as the sweet Betty Cooper on Riverdale, but actress Lily Reinhart isn't someone you want to mess with. Yes, even if you're safely behind your computer screen hurling insults on Twitter. One fan claimed to have encountered Reinhart and fellow Riverdale star Cole Sprouse and says they gave him quite a rude welcome. According to the fan, they approached the pair in a friendly way and alleged that Sprouse began hurling obscenities and behaving rudely. They went on to complain that meeting and greeting fans comes with the territory of being a celebrity, and an eager fan is no excuse for such disgusting behavior. Maybe because of the strange claim or the anonymity of the internet, but we are guessing the fan wasn't counting on being called out. But Reinhart was quick to reply with a very different version of events. She fired back that no matter how famous they are, it's pretty unacceptable to approach strangers by throwing your arms around them as if you're old pals. Reinhart clarified that Sprouse had simply asked, "Do I know you?" To which we're guessing the answer is no. She also replied that she isn't afraid of calling out slander and lies about her and her fellow castmates, so supposed fans had better think twice before talking about them. Nick Cannon. There's no denying that Chris Brown is a talented guy, but his history tends to make people uncomfortable to say the least. We've all seen those horrible injuries he inflicted on now ex-girlfriend Rihanna, and that's something that many of us simply can't forgive, no matter how much time has passed. However, Rihanna did forgive, and for a period of time, the two resumed their romantic relationship. In February 2017, another ex-girlfriend, Karrueche Tran, was granted a restraining order after claiming that Brown had threatened her. So when Nick Cannon announced that he was partnering up with Chris Brown for a new project, fans were quick to voice their displeasure. Not only were they angry at Brown, but for Cannon for working with him, all things considered. In response, Cannon struck out against all the haters, claiming that black celebrities are held up to higher standards than white celebrities when it comes to checkered pasts. He named Sean Penn as one of the many white actors whose career hasn't suffered despite abuse allegations. This wasn't good enough for many fans, or former fans, who still think Cannon is wrong to work with Brown. But many people couldn't help but agree with his point, even if they still aren't fans of Chris Brown. Nick Jonas. Being approached by fans is part of being a celebrity, but it's something some celebs can't stand. However, Nick Jonas was happy to oblige a fan who asked for a selfie with the star and probably thought he'd made the guy's day. He definitely wasn't expecting the guy to post the photo online mocking Jonas's height. The fan posted the picture and told Nick Jonas he needed to grow a few more inches. At 5'7", Jonas is a bit on the short side, but he's also the same height as Tom Cruise, Charlie Day, and many other famous men. Instead of ripping the guy a new one, Jonas responded simply but effectively, pointing out that he did the fan a favor for stopping for a photo and calling his post very rude. Fans landed firmly on the side of Nick Jonas, praising his kindness towards fans and his response to such rudeness. The fan quickly decided that his hilarious caption wasn't going over well and changed it to one praising Nick Jonas and his humble personality. The lesson here is don't mess with Nick Jonas. He won't call you names, but he will make you look like an enormous jerk in front of the entire internet, and somehow that's kind of worse. Sarah Hyland. Sarah Hyland isn't afraid to call out fans who follow her on social media, but act less than supportive towards her, like the time she posted an adorable photo of her snuggled up in bed with Adam Wells and his sweet dog, Carl.
Breathe, don't move your leg, alright?
Wait.
Carl. Now, if there's one thing we can safely support, it's people sharing more pictures of their dogs. But one undoubtedly horrible person wasn't having it. They slammed Hyland for posting a photo they described as inappropriate, and she was quick to respond. Hyland expressed irritation at being constantly told she was paradoxically sharing both too much and not enough with fans. She went on to assure fans that she's content with the amount she's chosen to share. Sadly, that wasn't the first time fans had something to say about her life. After losing some weight, Hyland was criticized by people telling her that she was too thin and making cruel comments about her body. She threw shade at those keyboard warriors and assured us that she's not losing sleep over their comments. In Hollywood, she's used to being called too fat, too skinny, and everything in between. At the end of the day, Hyland says she's just trying to be the best possible version of herself. Cardi B. Being in love is an awesome feeling. It can make you want to do crazy things, including shouting your love's name from the rooftops. Well, maybe she isn't screaming from the roof, but Cardi B has mentioned her fiancé, Offset's name, in quite a few of her recent tracks. Just like we sometimes get tired of hearing our BFF gush about the awesome new guy she met online, some fans were sick of hearing about Offset. But apparently, Cardi B isn't taking requests when it comes to her music, and was happy to tell fans in no uncertain terms to back off. She told them that her music is her choice, and she wants to talk about the man she's passionately in love with, and the man who just gave her a $500,000 engagement ring. Yes, that is both a true fact and something she mentioned in her reply to fans. She let them know not to expect the name dropping to end anytime soon, and said that Offset might even be her last words someday. Hey, you have to respect her standing by her musical convictions and her future spouse. And we're sure the $500,000 engagement ring doesn't hurt either. J.K. Rowling. Whether you're a Harry Potter fan or not, you just have to love author J.K. Rowling. It seems like when she's not writing novels destined to be loved by millions of people, her favorite hobby is being savage on social media. We're guessing it helps if you have a massive following and are able to do so while sitting on a gigantic pile of money. One day, Rowling decided to get on Twitter and vent some frustration about Vice President Mike Pence and his politics. Some people decided to point out that she's only a wealthy and popular author and philanthropist, so isn't entitled to have an opinion regarding politics. One, now former fan, didn't take kindly to her comments and replied to Rowling in a furious manner. They stated that due to her comments, they will be constructing a bonfire using all of her books and movies as kindling. Apparently, J.K. Rowling loves a good bonfire because she offered to let the disgruntled former fan borrow her lighter. After all, she pointed out, she already has her money from purchasing all the books and movies. We're guessing the exchange made J.K. Rowling laugh all the way to the bank. Unless, of course, she keeps her money in gold coins stored in a pool, Scrooge McDuck style. Finn Wolfhard. Pretty much as soon as it was released on Netflix, Stranger Things amassed a huge legion of loyal fans. Well, if you consider yourself one of those fans, you'd better watch out before actor Finn Wolfhard excommunicates you. Yes, apparently he can do that, and he will if you don't watch out. He may just be a teenager, but he's already clapping back and throwing shade at an adult level. During one incident, Wolfhard was trying to return to his hotel room when he was accosted by a group of fans begging for photos and autographs. He brushed past them while they took videos they would later post online and accuse the star of being heartless. Wolfhard didn't take kindly to this and told them that anyone who harasses himself or his co-stars are not true fans, and he won't put up with their behavior. His fellow members of the Stranger Things cast were quick to chime in. Shannon Purser shamed fans for trying to make Wolfhard and other young actors feel indebted to them. She also claims that they are not obligated to stop for photos and that sometimes they need a break just like anyone else. Noah Schnapp tweeted that the cast love their fans, but they work hard and aren't always in the mood to make a public appearance. Ed Sheeran. If you love Game of Thrones, you're probably used to the emotional roller coaster, or at least as used to it as possible. Keeping that in mind, for some reason, it enraged a ton of Game of Thrones fans to see Ed Sheeran make a cameo during an episode. They turned their attention away from begging George R.R. Martin to please, for the love of puppies, write faster and attack. At first, it seemed like Sheeran's response to the virtual assault was simply to disappear. He deleted his Twitter, and many wondered if he just couldn't handle the heat. However, he emerged on Instagram and was happy to put the rumors to rest. He claimed that he had been planning to take a break from Twitter, and the timing was just a coincidence. Sheeran insists he doesn't care what people thought about his cameo because, hey, he totally got to be on Game of Thrones. It's actually pretty much impossible to argue with that logic. Being on one of the most popular shows around must be an amazing feeling. In addition, Sheeran had been complaining about Twitter for a while, so we consider this case closed. Dua Lipa. Being famous means having your every move scrutinized by the paparazzi, news outlets, and yes, occasionally your fans. Sometimes we just get so caught up in the lives of our favorite stars, we feel like we have to call them out when we catch them being hypocritical. Dua Lipa knows this all too well. We all jammed along to her hit song New Rules and appreciated the BFF style advice hit up your ex-partner post-breakup. It's good advice, but sometimes even the best advice is hard to follow, even for the giver. Dua Lipa recently called it quits from Paul Klein after a whirlwind 5-month romance. Instead of enjoying the single life, rumors claim she's been hitting up her ex-boyfriend, model Isaac Crew. Her fans were quick to call her out for going against her own lyrics, but she responded by simply telling them to get a grip. Fans were shocked, probably that a celeb even bothered to respond in the first place. This only resulted in more focus on Dua Lipa's rule breaking, until she was forced once more to respond. She referred to her shade throwing and rule breaking as simply self-love and maintains that it isn't selfish. Did we manage to include your favorite celebrity clapback? If not, be sure to let us know which one we left out in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe to the
Okay, guys. That is all I'm going to show you. So have a great day. And subscribe. Comment below. No. Subscribe to my channel. Comment below. And like. 1 like equals 1 prayer that I will be able to make another video. So have a great day, guys. Goodbye.